Hey everybody, it is Monday here in Houston, Texas. So, I am excited because this is something I've been wanting to have happen for a long time, where I'm talking about business and ministry together. Okay, and so this Peter Kumar, this East Indian prophet, came to our church, and what he did was just brilliant. He had one of the leaders from the church, and he just picked, right, and basically introduced them because they didn't know each other, right, and he's like, that shouldn't be. We should all know who we are, right? What we do, where we need help. What can we do to help our brethren, right? And I'm like, oh my God. That had to happen in a SEAL platoon. You knew each other so well by the end of an 18-month workup. Even less time than that, though. I mean, my first two platoons, like 3 months workup, and then a 4.5 month workup for the second platoon, and then a 6-month deployment. I mean, you got to know each other so well. You finish each other's sentences. You know who's good in what area and who's, who you can't depend on in that area, right? Or you start, knowing how to talk to each other and all of that, right? And my shooting partner was 2 years younger than me, but he'd been in the SEAL teams 2 years longer than me, and so we had a trade-off. I taught him how to fight, and he taught me fieldcraft, right? That guy right now is a logistics trainer for the CIA, teaching those guys what he taught me, all right? But it was hilarious. Like, we were in Panama invasion, and right at 3:00 in the morning, they called a ceasefire. We both looked at each other in unison without rehearsal and went, that sucked. and he knew, man, if he heard me say, listen, pal, he'd pull me out of there because somebody was going to get a left hook upside their head, right? And and other things. We had this one officer who used to be enlisted, a chief, was, type A all the way. And we got, I'm right off the Navy box team, and he wants to put the gloves on with me, and he got all of me, right? And but we had respect, and so whenever he was like, getting out of hand, the guy's like, Red, you got to talk to him, right? And he respected me enough to listen to me. And he's the guy that got me back in shape, got me, lit me up when I got, fat and out of shape, and got me after. I mean, got in my dish. Okay. So that's what Peter Kumar was talking about. Getting to know each other and focusing on each other, helping each other, right? And then it was like wild watching the bishops have that, wow. I saw the same thing happen with Prophet Rolando, when the previous apostle, Michael Petro, was like preaching and put out like 5 revelations, and he's just like, whoa, it's like his head was exploding. And after that, he's like, okay, I know this guy's got what I need, and I'm going to follow him, and he's going to be my spiritual father. And I saw the same thing happen with the bishop. Okay. And so I'm so excited, because that's what I have to do. Every time I sit down with somebody and I go over their budget and look at what they're doing with their finances, it doesn't matter what they say, I see how they're spending their money, and that tells me what their priority is, right? And it's exciting that, that should be a part of like counseling with everybody, because that with the couples especially, because usually that's where the friction is where they're, she's got things she wants to do with the money, and she wants to have nice things and cook good food and be attractive to her man, and he's like, I want to pay off this mortgage, and I want to be able to save for our future so I can retire and quit working and enjoy my life, and if they're not together, then that never happens. That doesn't happen. And what happens is this happens. They break apart. Okay. And so when you get them on the same page, all right, figuring out what each other wants, and, and how they can work toward it, it's all this is about. So I'm excited because what I got, what the prophet told me, I've already got the foundation for. I'm excited about that. There's a platform. So what he's really talking about is where people can go. So it all depends on where they are. I got to sit down. It's the same with everything else. I got to sit down and look at what's your situation. What do you want to do? Now, here's the difference. Young people have time on their side. Okay. It's going to cost them a lot less to be able to build money for their future. Okay. Because they're young and they got time. Okay. It's when you're older, you don't have the time. Okay. So you need more. You need to have more coming at you. But what you got is experience. Okay. Whether it's on your system, of how you used to do things, your process from the business or job you used to have, or understanding of the widget, the technology that you're used to dealing with, or whether it's, or it may just be your understanding about people who've been around for a while. They know, oh yeah, I know when the person says this is what they mean. Okay. When this is people having a problem with this, they need to look in a different place. Okay. To focus their anger, and it might be in the mirror. Right. Roy Jones Sr. used to say, whenever you've been made to see something about yourself that you don't like, you better stand by. Right. And whenever you make somebody see something about themselves they don't like, you better stand by. And that includes yourself. Whenever I feel that hair stand up on the back of my neck, I'm like, okay, what is it that I got to fix? All right. Because what is it that I'm doing wrong that I don't like? I'm being made to see. If I fix that, I fix everything. So, and of course, that's what we're learning. That's what that's what this whole process is, right? All right. But I'm excited about this. So excited, because it's no longer a split in my focus. It's the same. I'm excited about that. All right. Have a good one.